YouTube's on, volume is off. Yeah, are you gonna check to see if no one's out there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Surprise me. Shouldn't take very long at all. Morning.
Let's try that. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, Mr. Key. How you doing?
Just fine. Just fine.
All right. Well, good morning, everyone. How are you, Miss Dodson?
I'm doing good.
All right. So it looks like Mr. Triggs just popped into the waiting room. So let me get him in here.
I told you I busted out a few windows there. Okay, that's it.
Good morning, Mr. Triggs. Are you able to hear me, sir? Mr. Triggs, I can see you, but I can't hear you. Okay, Mr. Trigg, it shows that you're muted. So if you could unmute yourself, I think we could probably be able to hear you, sir. Okay, you're still showing to be muted.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right, Mr. Triggs, it looks like we're all here this morning. And Mr. Key, are you ready to proceed, sir?
We're ready, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so let's get everybody sworn in this morning. So I could have you raise your right hand for me, please. All right, do everyone swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right, thank you. All right, my name is Judge Woodruff, and this morning we are having an eviction hearing for cause number 1726. Kathy Dodson versus Kellen Triggs. Property is located at 1607 Red Fox here in Wichita Falls, Texas. And is that the correct address?
Yes.
All right, I ask everyone to please not speak over each other. It's kind of difficult to hear people on Zoom, so I'd ask everyone just to wait their time to speak, and that would help us do this a lot more smoothly. So start off, Mr. Key, you can go ahead and begin, sir.
Okay, Your Honor. You don't need any opening statement or anything, I would take it.
No, sir.
That's fine. We'll proceed. I'll call Ms. Dotson as my witness.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Dotson, would you state your name for the record, please?
Kathy Dodson,
And where do you reside?
3503 Glenwood Avenue, Wichita Falls, Texas.
And Ms. Dotson, are you the owner of the residence located at 1607 Red Fox in Wichita Falls?
Yes,
And how long have you owned that property?
since 2009, I believe.
And have you rented that property out all the time you've owned it?
Yes,
Okay, so you have some experience as a landlord.
yes.
And how did it come to pass that Kellen Triggs became your tenant of this property?
I originally rented it out to his girlfriend. I didn't know Kellen, and she lived there. And at some point, he moved in with her, but they broke up, and she moved out. And then I was left with Kellen. So he came over, and so I signed a new lease with him.
And I'm going to show you what has been marked as Plaintiff's Exhibit 1 and was emailed to the court yesterday. Is that a copy of the lease that Mr. Triggs signed with you?
Yes,
Okay. And it began on what date?
the 17th day of November, 2019.
And it expired a year later, is
Yes,
that correct?
Yes,
And this lease also has a provision that after the expiration, it will extend month to month until either party gives the other 30 days notice, correct?
yes,
All right. So did you in fact give Mr. Trigg a notice to vacate the property?
yes.
And I'm going to show you what's been marked as Plaintiff's Exhibit 2. Ask you if you can identify that.
Yeah, this is the notice that I gave Mr. Triggs on January the 12th.
Okay, and it advised him that you were demanding possession of your property, correct?
Yes,
And that he had to vacate it or you would file an eviction suit.
yes.
Your Honor, I'd offer Plaintiff's Exhibits 1 and 2.
Okay, court will accept the exhibits. Thank you.
Now, had Mr. Trigg paid his rent,
No, he has not paid this year.
but you are not suing him for the non-payment of rent,
I am not suing him for non-payment of rent.
and your eviction is based upon his holding over rather than failure to pay rent.
Yes.
Okay. Have there been any other problems with Mr. Trigg's tenancy? Has he done anything else that might violate the lease?
Yes. He stated to me in an email that he had fixed the gas line and that he was in the process of fixing the floors.
Okay, and was there any reason that the floors needed to be fixed when he moved in?
No, there was new floors when he moved in.
Okay, and why do you believe that the floors were in need of repair?
Because he was breeding puppies.
Okay, and was he ever inform you of any gas line that needed to be repaired?
No,
Is Mr. Trigg a plumber or qualified to work on a gas line to your knowledge?
no,
So that concerned you that he was making repairs that might endanger the safety and health of himself and others would?
yes.
Okay. All right, Your Honor, I'll pass the witness.
Thank you, Mr. Key. Mr. Triggs, can you unmute yourself, sir? Oh,
Yes, sir.
thank you. So, Mr. Triggs, are you still currently in the residence, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And are you aware of what the entitles to be a holdover situation? Are you familiar with that?
No, not really.
Okay, well, a holdover is basically once your lease expires, or you go into an agreement with someone that's a month-to-month basis. At any time that a landlord wants to not renew every month, they have to give you a 30-day notice, which is what was presented to the court this morning that you received on January the 12th. And at that point in time, basically, if you don't get out in 30 days, then they would be forced to file for the eviction. And with my understanding, that's what's happened at this point. So do you have anything that you want to add to the court, sir?
Yes. At first, I was never given a 30-day notice. She texted me one day, like 2 weeks to the end of the month, and she said she sold the house. She said, I know it's a short notice, but can you find somewhere to go in that amount of time? So in the 2 weeks, I texted her. I was like, I haven't found anywhere, but I can pay you some more money, until the other house is done. That's what she's talking about, the floor and the gas line. The house that I was going to is getting a floor and gas line put in, not this house. I don't know where.
So you're stating that you never put a gas line into Mrs. Dotson's home?
I don't know anything about that.
Okay.
I have no clue how to put in the gas line.
Okay, Mr. Key.
Yeah, just a couple of questions. Mr. Trigg, are you denying that my client taped the notice to your inside door in the premises?
I never got a 30-day notice.
You didn't get the notice that is Exhibit 2 here?
I never got a 30-day notice.
Okay. And you understand that your lease term expired in November of 2020, correct?
Well, I didn't, but I hear you saying it now.
You understand the
No, we
concept.
didn't. I know.
You signed a one.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Okay.
You signed a 1-year lease, correct?
Yes, sir. And
it has the option for either party to terminate, correct? After
Yes,
that
sir.
1 year. Okay. And your contention is that my client never terminated it.
She never put that note on my door. When I texted her, she got mad. She came and threw the bricks through the window, and then we got here.
I don't think I have any other questions, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Key.
If I might, I would like to ask my client a redirect question on that.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Ms. Dotson, did you take this notice to the defendant's door?
Yes,
And when did you do that?
on January the 12th of 2021.
Okay. I don't have any other questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, sir. So Mr. Dawson, can you tell me, Mr. Key, can you tell me exactly what your client is wanting from the court this morning?
Just the writ of possession is all we're wanting. We're not suing for past rent or anything like that. We didn't want to imply any of the COVID stuff. So we're just seeking occupancy and possession of the premises.
Okay. So you're not asking for attorney fees or anything?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Triggs, what's going to happen is I'm going to award the eviction. And so what that means to you, sir, is that you're going to have 5 days to vacate the property. And today is the 23rd. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your 5th day is Sunday, March the 28th. And since the 28th is on a Sunday, which is your 5th day, you're going to get an extra day until Monday, which is going to be March the 29th. So you have till March the 29th at midnight to vacate the property. Now, if you do not do that, then Mrs. Dotson, I will imagine, would file for writ of possession, and she can do that on Tuesday, March the 30th. And that's when the constable will go out and put a red sticker on your door, which will give you additional 24 hours to vacate. And if you do not vacate, then all your personal belongings is going to be removed from the residence and put out on the curb, which I would imagine is probably not what you want. So I would highly advise that you get yourself out of there before that happens to you. Okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Absolutely.
So the court's going to rule in favor of the plaintiff and award possession of the property plus interest and court costs. So Mr. Triggs, good luck to you, sir. Thank you for showing up this morning.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, sir. All right, so Mrs. Dotson or Mr. Keed, do you guys have any questions about anything?
No, yeah, I assume you have a judgment form. I can prepare one if you don't.
We're going to send it to you, sir.
Okay.
Do we have Mr. Key's information that we can, okay. Would you like that to be emailed to you or fax?
Email would be great.
Email, okay. We will get that done this morning and get that sent to you.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a good day.